So I'll start again. Good evening, everyone. This is Debbie Wetzler, and I live in Maryland. I'm a triple diamond with ASEA, and I'm going to mute everybody for right now so we don't get any background noise so I can be heard. I decided to start a new associate training because there are so many things that are not covered in the basic training, but I have expected everybody to have gone through amazingmoleculestraining.com. That's where I start everybody. It gives you the basic compensation plan. It gives you the basic how to get started. It gives you the basic, what to do.
I can't hear her.
And so, so with that, then you're not asking questions that are so basic that, you could have learned them on this training. And so I really do start every new associate that way that I work with, because I want them to go through the basics and get the basics understood. However, with that being said, for instance, last week I went over, if you only need, until you get to bronze, 100 personal volume points on your line for the week, or for the month, I should say, in order to be active. So if you're ordering anything else, because now we have new products, and when I got started, we only had ASEA, so everybody got one case. It was pretty simple. But now there's other products, the Skin Advanced Care, there's VIA products, and there's Renew. And so if you're ordering extra products, I went over how you should put them underneath you as a preferred customer, or you can order them underneath somebody else to help somebody else get to rank or to give you more points to be paid on. So if you missed that and need an explanation, of course, you can go to my recording from last week, and it's on Debbie's Diamond Club. So that is my Facebook page for my whole team. I will happily admit any person on my team to that. So all you do, I guess you go in and you do a request to be a member, and I will, if you are part of my team, I will accept that, and you'll be part of it. And then you can see all the recordings for the team and everything else. So I'd like to get started tonight. Well, first of all, I guess I should ask, were there any questions from last week at all? And you will have to unmute yourself if there are. Okay, some people, I didn't know if you had gone in and tried to do something and you had a question. Well, let me get started. I'm going to share my screen. One of the next thing I will do is tell everybody to go to A-Team Support. Trish and Bob Schwinkler have put up that account, and I will show you what it looks like. So you go to www.ateamsupport.com, and it brings up their website. And it usually says to sign in. Now the password is associate. And I always say with a capital A because, and then it gets you into this first page here. So the password for it is associate. So this is A-Team Support. The first thing I will tell anybody to do is subscribe for the weekly A-Team newsletter. So you're going to put in your first name, your last name, and your email address, and then just hit subscribe. This every week comes out at either Sunday night or Monday morning. And she will give you an overall view of the business for the week. And I'm going to show you that to you in a minute. This has got a lot of different things on this website. And eventually you should make yourself aware of these. It gives you 3 basic trainings also. Start here, how to use the products, share ASEA with others, invite and use a tool. Ongoing education. You can join conference calls, webinar, and live events. She lists them all here. She is a great resource for what's going on in the country and around the world, basically. And then there's all these different little videos that you can go to and listen to. Understanding the network marketing industry, understanding the comp plan, basic activities, what is the rhythm of your business, information for professionals, both health and athletes, frequently used websites. So she goes into a lot of different things here. Bob Schwinkler has worked for years on this. You should have seen it when it first was out 8 years ago. It was a big mess. Now it's very understandable, obviously. This is also a good site for you to do presentations are here. And then you can go into different languages. So she has different presentation materials and information in German, Spanish, French, Italian, Danish, Finnish, Dutch, Norwegian, Russian, Chinese, Korean, Hebrew, Thai, and Polish. So if you're ever looking for resources in a different country's language, this is your probably best resource. I also hope you know, and I will show you this in a second also, that your own website can switch into any different language of the countries that we are in. So if you're looking for different languages, this is a very good resource, and you can go into the different presentations with all these different languages. And she also lists events. So when you go to her events tab, special live events, and you click on it, and she has all the different live events. The first one is Melbourne, Florida, this coming Saturday, and it's with me and Karen Riley and other local leaders. Danielle Matthews, Blanca will be there. Toronto, Canada, Eatontown, New Jersey, and Concord, North Carolina. She gets, and then she has all the Europe ones listed and Australia. So again, if you're looking to find something for someone, if you've got people in any of these different places, when you click on it, she will bring up the flyer and how to register. So there's the flyer for Melbourne. Again, it'll be Danielle and myself and Karen Riley. You can click on Eventbrite. It tells you right where to go to register. So, and it tells you the time and all that other kind of stuff. So her website is a very good resource for finding out pretty much anything going on in ASEA. She keeps it very up to date. Bob keeps it very up to date. And that's what it looks like. But if you get the newsletter, which I will show you, here's how it comes to you in an email. The first thing she puts up is a did you know. Now I have been saving these because a lot of times she will have different things such as, did you know if you're taking ASEA, it raises glutathione levels by over 800%. And then she goes into what glutathione will do for you. Well, she's put these out for so long, and you could probably look in your email thread. Well, I have some of them saved. I'll have a lot of them saved, which I've sent out before. And this is a good way for you to drip on people if it's pertinent to what. So if I had people that weren't quite ready to sign up, but they said they'd be interested in learning more about it, I put them in an email distribution list. And about once a week or so, I send them a did you know? And it just kind of keeps them up to date with what ASEA and or Renew or any of the products can do for them. This particular week, though, the one we just got, is about the fact that we're going on our Diamond Summit, and there are two very special events that she and Alan Noble will be doing together, along with our president and Jorg, the president of Europe, over in Ireland and over in London. And again, if you have people over there, or if you happen to be over there at the time, you can come to these special events. But that's her did you know for this week. Then she tells you that Tuesday, tonight, right after our training, there is a health professional call. It's with Dr. Rich Michael. He is an internist. He is a very busy physician, very knowledgeable. He was asked, because he found out what this product could do and has gotten it on already hundreds of people in his business, he was asked to be on the medical professional board of ASEA. He will be the guest speaker tonight, and that's at 9 o'clock Eastern, right after this training. You could go to A-Team, if you've already got Zoom, which you all do, of course, you just go to ateamwebinar.com, type it in, and it will automatically bring you into that Zoom. And you'll be listening for a half an hour to Dr. Rich Michael. Again, that's a very good webinar to get anybody, especially in the health professional field. If you're trying to introduce this to a doctor or something, this is a great thing to go to. These are archived at healthprowebinar.com. So if you've got health professionals that you're trying to introduce this to, you can go to any of the archived webinars. We have one by even Dr. Gary Samuelson, who stabilized these molecules. It's excellent. We have one by Carl Smith, who's a chiropractor, and Foster Malmed. He's done more research on ASEA than probably any of our doctors. But they're all archived there, and you can actually copy the link and send it to your health professional if they will watch it. They're all about a half an hour. So those are excellent things to either tune into live. It happens the first Tuesday of the month. That's it. There's only one a month. Next Tuesday will be our animal webinar. So, and then there's nothing else on Tuesdays. This Wednesday, this was the next thing in her newsletter, is the In Touch call. Again, this is showing you the overview of what's happening this week in our business. The In Touch call is from corporate. They do it on Zoom also. And they will have guests there. Dr. David Silverman happens to be the guest this week, along with other rank advancements. And they will also tell you about promotions and everything going on in the corporate and what they're doing and any new facts and figures. We continue to have some of our best weeks we've ever had in the history of ASEA. So last week was, again, the biggest one, and this week is heading to be the bigger than last week. So they give you facts and figures like that. So again, it's about a half an hour or so. It's right in the middle of the day. It's 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you can't make it, if you work still, they are recorded. And you can go to the ASEAintouch.com to go and listen to them afterwards. Or no, that's how you get into it. Or there's a Zoom number, which is 676-498-481. You can go to ASEAintouch.com and get onto it, or you can use those numbers. And then where they post them is on, I believe it's IamASEA.com. Then she talks about Thursday nights with Alan Noble. He every Thursday night is doing a webinar until he goes to Europe, and then I don't know what he's doing exactly quite yet. But anyway, again, it's on discoverasea.com. This is to get new guests on. Alan Noble is probably our most eloquent speaker in ASEA. He's worked long and hard on it. He's been in network marketing since he was 22. And he's just very, very well spoken, and he is very knowledgeable. He's one of the only ones that have ever gotten to see the studies that we've actually had done before this became ASEA. So he does an overall view. It's, again, to bring your guests to. If you haven't seen him do this, then you might want to watch it also, but it's to bring guests so that they can learn all about this. Those are live every Thursday night at 9 Eastern again. She talks about her A-Team support that I just sent you to, where you can log in and find out all this information also. Then she goes into rank advancements. So if you've ever rank advanced, your face will be up here along with congratulations. So new diamonds, new platinums, new golds, new silvers. There's our own Charles Osong. He just went silver. It was actually the week before last, so she's a week behind. And all the different bronzes. So again, it's kind of fun to see your name up there when you've rank advanced. So when you subscribe to the newsletter, that's when you'll see it. Then again, here's the upcoming events for this week. And those are all live links that you can click onto and register for them. And then she's got the annual ASEA events. Then she talks about the charge-up call that we have every single day. Now, this is something that Trish actually started. Alan thought she was crazy, but they did it, and it's been very popular ever since. The charge-up call is a call that most of us tune into every single day. It's live at 11 o'clock Eastern every day. It's a half an hour call that trains you on how to share ASEA with people. And there's a new testimonial on it every single day. So Monday through Thursday are product testimonials, and Friday are the business testimonials, how this has changed people's lives financially, and what they are able to now do. And there's trainings. I've learned more from those trainings than I have reading any book or anything. So I tune into them every day, or I listen to them recorded. I've always picked up a little gem of some kind on every single call I've ever listened to. So you can imagine, for 8 years. And then Bob Schwinkler used to teach the A-Team basics, about the website, about binary, about the back office, and about mastering the tools. Now, he does it live a lot of Saturdays, but now he's going to be going to Europe, so they are now archived at ateambasics.com. So if you're ever in need of learning anything else, he has done some extensive trainings on those, and those are archived. And that's Trisha's newsletter. So I definitely tell people to, if you're really doing the business, you'll want to know what's going on, and you'll want to be able to reach out to some of the leaders and congratulate them. You'll want to know what events are happening around the country. And this is how we keep up with things. Again, Trish knows, and that's what she's put herself in charge of doing for all the company. So those are Trish's newsletters and updates. So any question on any of that? Okay. I wanted to talk next about enrolling with a product order and auto ship. I notice occasionally in my back office on my dashboard that people have enrolled with absolutely no cases. And there's absolutely no reason to enroll somebody unless you just really want to hold a spot for somebody without a product or an auto ship. It hurts you in many ways. It hurts you with your fast start bonus. You don't get one for that person. It hurts you for a fast forward if you're doing it, because if you're doing a fast forward, they have to enroll with at least 100 points, and they have to be on auto ship for it to even count. And it also hurts you with the Ascent, because if you're trying to get to bronze and be invited on the Ascent, then you need product orders, and you need to be able to have points start building up, and they count enrollment points is what they count. So you need 2 points at least, which is going bronze once, and 500 enrollment points to be invited to the Ascent Adventure in Cancun. So there's really no reason, and so I just wanted to go over that there's no reason to enroll somebody without a product order and putting them on auto ship. Now, they can cancel their auto ship before they ever get the first one if they decide they really don't want it. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee, which a lot of people don't even know about, on any order that you place, your enrollment order. And so if they really try it and they've gone up and they decide they really don't want to use it and it's not for them, they can call the company and get their money refunded to them within 30 days. Again, I don't even work with people unless they've agreed to taking it for 90 days. This is a cellular regeneration product. Most of your cells regenerate in a 90-day period. So if you don't give it enough time, then you may not feel anything. I can tell you my own mother would have quit because she didn't really feel anything until she was in her second month. That's when she started noticing things, and it turned her life around. But if people give up on it too quickly, then they end up saying it doesn't work, and then that hurts us also, because I want people to know that this works. It works on everybody as long as they take it long enough and take enough of it. It has to. It's the molecules in your body that allow your body to heal itself. So again, there's no reason to sign up without a product order or an auto ship. And again, you can tell them, make sure that you tell them that the auto ship is not charged when they enroll. They're only paying for their enrollment order. They won't be charged for the auto ship until the next month. So if they enroll today on the 2nd, they wouldn't be charged an auto ship until November the 2nd. So they're not paying for it ahead of time. And they can also really cancel it if they need to before that time. But enroll them with an auto ship so that they can start getting their loyalty points and stuff. Because loyalty points is something I went over last week. And again, that's a way to get free product. And then I wanted to go over, again, are there any questions about anything so far? Okay. I want to share my screen again, and I would like to show you a little bit about the website in the back office. So if you go to your website, a lot of new people don't even know what their website looks like. Now, I've personalized and customized mine. So when you type in www, whatever your name is, so say Roxanne's website was Roxanne7 because she used her whole name, .teamasia.com, and you get to this, myasialive.com. Or you can use your number, your distributor number. So my distributor number is 102-231-4344. I could type in that .teamasia.com and get to the same website. So you can get there two ways, your name or your distributor number. Sometimes people forget their name, but they can use their distributor number. That's always on your website. You can customize your website by going into your back office, and you can upload a picture of yourself so they know it is your website, and you can tell your story. And then you have to submit that, and compliance has to look that over. They want to make sure you're not putting anything, I guess it would be vulgar, up as far as your picture or anything went. And they want to make sure that your story is compliant so that you're not making any claims about what this did for you. And once they approve it, then your website comes up with that. You can also leave it just like it is. There are 3 different little scenarios here, and it says, welcome to my website. You might be interested in learning about the product and or the financial opportunity of this. And it'll have a picture of ASEA or a girl or something else that you've chosen on it. And then when you hit login, it brings you to your login page. And again, you can log in with your name, and my name was Enlightened Wellness, and your password, or you can log in with your number again, your distributor number and your password. And when you log in, it takes you into your front page. And the front page talks about, this is a banner that keeps moving. So these are the things that ASEA is trying to get you to learn about. And it flips every once in a while so that you can read and see what they are. So again, it's talking about loyalty points. Again, you can take those loyalty points that you get with every auto ship, and you can use them for free product, and you can redeem them. And I went over that last week. You can also start a fast forward. If you're just getting started and you're a brand new associate and you want to get started fast, the fast forward is a way to go. All you do is have to click on it, and I can show you that in a second. And it involves signing up 4 people, either preferred customers or associates, in 2 weeks' time with at least 800 points of volume. So that means each one of them gets 2 cases, or one person gets 4, and another person gets 2, and the other 2 get 1 case. It can be any combination of things. And then you win a fast forward. Now, to win a fast forward, you get 25 free samples of Renew 28, which is worth about $100. And then you also get 100 free loyalty points. So that's a case of whatever you'd like, because you can redeem it right then. And plus you get all the fast start money that you made by signing up. So you get at least 800 times, that's $160 in fast start bonuses that you're getting also. So fast forwards are the way to go. So you, again, if you want to do that, and of course this also talks about the Ascent. That's what keeps flipping through here. So if you wanted to go to the fast forward, you click on the below arrow and it takes you down to where the fast forward is. And you can click on Get Started right there. That enrolls you into the Fast Forward right away. And then you're given 14 days to sign up 4 people and 800 points. There's a Fast Forward Plus, if you're very ambitious. It gives you 14 days to sign up 8 people with 1,200 points. And you get double the amount. You get, 200 points worth of, you get 300 loyalty points. That's 3 free cases. So there's the flyer about it, which I will send out to everybody at the end of this. So I'll send up the Fast Forward flyer. So everybody can see the rules and stuff, but you can look at it right there. And then on the reports, it can show you who's enrolled in your organization, or it's going to report on what you're doing. So again, if I click on that, it shows you in the leaderboards. And with each month, it tells me who successfully did and how many times they did it, a Fast Forward in January of this year. And then I can virtually click on any month and see what's happening in my organization and or who's some of the leaders that have gone through and done a lot of Fast Forwards. And then it's got the same thing for the Fast Forward Pluses. And of course, there weren't any in January because we hadn't even started it, but maybe September, maybe there were some. Or maybe not. I'm not getting anything. Oh, no, there. Okay, so Fast Forward Pluses. There were a few people that successfully did them, and these are the people that did them. So there's a lot of reports on the front page of your website. And then you can click on My Progress, My Team, and what the rewards are, and you can download the flyer. So let me go back to the front page again. And to get to the front page, you just click on this ASEA Office right here. This tells you the front of your website also tells you the qualifications. So my next, I have one more Director 700 to be a double diamond. I've completed all the rest. But again, this gets a little confusing when you get up in rank. So I could show you somebody else's, and it's very simple when you're first going up. It'll tell you what to do to get to Director 300 and Director 700 and different things like that. So for instance, I should probably log out and show you. Maybe Jackie doesn't mind if I use hers because she's right here. It's much simpler when you're not higher in rank.
Hey, Debbie, can you hear me? It's David.
Hi, David.
Hey, I don't know if you can see us. We're sitting here in Greenbelt. Can you see us here now?
Hi, Charles. I just congratulated you again because you're on Trisha's newsletter for going silver.
No, he's not in here.
Oh, he's not there. Okay.
He's somewhere.
All right. He's somewhere.
Anyway, we're just tuning in. We're doing like a training here. So go ahead. I'm going to mute myself out. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. So I'm showing people their qualifications, and like I said, this is much easier when you're not in the diamond level. So my daughter is a Director 300 right now. She's qualifying as a Director 300. So her next qualification would be a Director 700. So to get to 700, she has 542 points out of 700. And then she'll be a Director 700. And then the next thing she will get to is bronze. And you can actually click on bronze to see what you'd need to get to bronze. So to get to bronze, she's got 262 points out of the 200 required for personal volume. She has 1 active on her left and 1 active on her right, at least. And she needs 2 Director 300 legs. Right now, she doesn't have any quite yet. And then she'd need another about 1,400 points to be on her, she'd need it on her right leg to be a bronze executive. So this will actually tell you what you need to go to your next level. It's very simple as you're first getting started. It gets a little bit more complicated as you get up into diamond and an ambassador diamond. You don't need to know that at all right now. I would just concentrate on whatever your next level is. Your first goal should be to get to a Director 300 every single week. That should be your first goal. That means signing up a person on your right and signing up a person on your left and having 300 points on both sides. That's the cornerstone to our business. That's what you need to go up in rank, Director 300s. That's what your upline needs to get to their ranks, Director 300s. That is the cornerstone or the foundation of our business. That should be the first goal that you want to get to every single week. Once you've hit that and you're solid, you get paid very nicely for that over the month. And your next goal should be getting to Director 700 every single week. And if you can get that on a steady pace, when you get to bronze, you'll be a bronze every week. That's how you open up the executive momentum pool and earn a lot of extra money that way. So if you can get to your ranks and get them solid, your pay starts coming in and things start going for you. It gets exciting when you get to be solid. I went over this last week, but she has 100 loyalty points. She's at 20%. You start off at 5% for 3 months, 10% for the next 3, 15 for the next 3, and then once you've been on AutoShip for a year, you get to the 20% mark, unless you come in with some of the higher enrollment packages. Those start you at a higher level. That just means you're getting free product faster. So she's got 100 points. She could go and redeem those for a case of anything at this point if she chose to. All you pay for is the shipping. I like to keep pushing loyalty points because so many people have $400 or $500 points in loyalty points and don't realize that that's free product sitting right there. So make sure you're looking at your loyalty points so that you can get your free product when you get that. And my daughter's almost invited to the Ascent, what she needs, and she's got some people coming in. So this will be at 500, and she'll be invited to the Ascent Adventure. So your leadership, your points and your leaderboard is right here, and it tells you what you've got. I don't have a leaderboard because I can't qualify for it. I have to pay and go as a diamond. And I don't know if this source thing is up, but you can buy it now anyway. And then there's a flyer for your loyalty rewards points. It kind of tells you how you earn them, and it's due to how much you buy an AutoShip every month. And you get so many points when your AutoShip comes in every single month. So that's what the front of a back office looks like. And then you can go into your dashboard and stuff. So I'll log out of this and go back into mine. And I wanted to go over a little bit about what your dashboard. Now, again, if you're doing the business, you need to keep track of your business. And so once a day, and it's kind of slow to begin with. There's not much change in your dashboard every single day. As you go up in rank, the changes are quite frequent during the day in your dashboard. So a lot of times you want to go in there and check and see where things are and where they're going. The dashboard is like the dashboard of your car. It's going to give you an overview of where you're going and how fast you're going, I guess. And if you want a tutorial about it, there's a little camera right there next to dashboard. If you click on that, it gives you a very short video about what your dashboard is and the different reports that are on your dashboard. So this tells me my full name, my associate ID, and that I'm active through October because that's when my AutoShip will take me through and be active till. And who my sponsor is. And then the volumes are the totals that are coming in on your right and left side. So on my left side so far this week, I have about 20,000. On my right, I have 67,000. Obviously, you can tell my lesser leg is my left leg. I have carryover points that carry over on my right side. Hopefully this won't deflate anybody. I have 6 million points on my right side. So I'm doing my best to catch up. PGV and PGV3 are not important to you right now, as well as the 2-week averages. Those are when you get into higher ranks. But right now, what you should be looking in is how many points you've got coming in. So to be a Director 300, you'd want 300 points on your left and 300 points on your right, at least. Most people have a leg that's bigger than the other one. So they would pay you for the 300 points. And if you had more points left over on your higher leg, then as long as you're active, they carry over into the next week. And so one leg, obviously my right one, keeps getting carryover points. And so I keep getting more and more points added to my right leg until I build up my left leg to catch up with it. On your performance, it tells you how many associates you have on your right and left leg. Again, you want to try to keep those balanced. Almost everybody has a leg that, the longer you've been in, kind of gets carried away and gets much bigger than the other one. And your job is to keep them balanced. That maxes out your pay. Because if I had 6 million points on my right and 6 million points on my left, I'd have a very nice paycheck that week. So that's your goal, is to kind of keep it balanced. Projected auto ship shows you what the projections for the week are coming in every day. So again, it gets exciting as more and more people start joining your organization and your projected auto ship starts going up. And you can see that you are going to be a Director 300 this week, because you'll have 300 points coming in on your left and 300 points coming in on your right. And if you don't, you can go set to work at the beginning of the week. You can set to work to make it your goal to either sign up another person and get that amount of points, or have somebody order an extra case so that you can get that amount. And so as you're first getting in and starting your business, your main goal should be talking and getting in front of people and creating that interest so that you could get them on a three-way with one of your associates, your upline, whoever you're working with, and you can work with a lot of different people, and get them on a three-way phone call. And it's that person's job then to create a bigger vision, to kind of show them what this is, and to make it exciting, and to make them want to either learn more about it or to go ahead and sign up and try the product. That's what the whole purpose of a three-way phone call is. And it's to also show that they work as a team, and that if they decided to do this also, that they would have help. We would do three-way phone calls with them also. So it kind of gives them a training of how we do this business. So if they decide to do it with you, then they will already have been trained. So again, your main focus should be, and that's how I started my business. I had the 20 minutes a day that most people know about at this point, my story. All I did in those 20 minutes was call people. That's all I did. I didn't organize my back office. I didn't organize my office. I didn't do anything. All I did was call people. That was the only way my business was going to grow. So I was excited. I had people that I called every day. I called at least 3 or 4 a day, and it got me making 6 figures in a year and a half at 20 minutes a day. So again, that should be your full focus. And if you're a little bit nervous or afraid of that, then call for help. I have been happy and very happy to sit with people and help them make their phone calls to begin with, if that's something that you're nervous about. Some people would rather go out and meet people and talk to them person to person, and that's fine too. I just didn't have that luxury. So whichever way you choose, go out and meet new people every day. And as I said before, if you're nervous about even bringing a CA up, just go talk to people and get used to doing that. Eventually, they're going to ask you what you do, basically. And so be prepared and say, well, I teach people about a medical scientific breakthrough. I'm a part-time miracle worker. Would you like to know more about that? Whatever you'd like to say to create interest. And that's how you get people interested and kind of in the funnel, as we say. The bottom of the list shows you the last associates that have come into your organization. So you may have if you're brand new, you're going to have all different dates on this, because people are kind of trickling in probably. As you go up in rank and you've got bigger organizations, then usually this is like one date, and you've gotten a lot of people in. Like for October 2nd, I have all these people that have come in so far on today. So that's your dashboard, and that's pretty much what you should take a look at every single day just to see where you are. We have got lots of other reports in this. I'm not going to take you through many of them at all, because until you start and get going and until you get to be bronze, then you'll want to know what some of these reports are, and I will go into them in future trainings. If you want to look what your tree looks like, which can be very helpful to you, you can go to either the detailed version or the bird's eye version. This will show you what your binary tree looks like. So I'm going to go to the bird's eye so you can kind of see it. And I'm going to go down about, well, I'll just go down 20 levels or so, or 22, whatever, and kind of show you what your tree looks like. So you will be at the top of your tree. Why isn't this moving? So there's me. And if I hold my cursor over it, it'll tell you that it's Debbie Wetzler. And if I click on it, it will tell you it's Debbie Wetzler, my associate ID, my sponsor's name is Cindy and Bo Buck, their sponsor ID, and that what my group volume is, and my personal volume. I won't have any personal volume coming in until the 10th of October. So it has 0 there right now. That's when my auto ship comes through. Then that should go away. It's not. Anyway, so if I go over here, let me click on this. I don't know why I can't get that to go away. Here's what a tree looks like that is a more mature tree. Now your tree might look like something like this, and you might have just people on your right and people on your left so far. But as people start growing and building, then you will see. So for instance, this happens to be Jackie, and she's a bronze. So she's there, and her left leg is the same as my left leg. So she's got quite a big left leg. And then her right leg is over here. I don't know why that's not clicking off. I apologize. I can't get it to work. And here's her. Is this Jackie again? Oh, that's Alex. Here's. Well, now I don't know where she is. Anyway, so it shows you. Where did she go? Well, anyway, let me go to somebody else. This is Herb Gates, and I don't know why that's not working. Anyway, his right leg is pretty huge. He's got Ivani, who's a triple diamond, and Beverly and a whole bunch of people on his right leg. So his right leg is over here. And I only went down 20 levels, so you can't see it. Anyway, but this is what a binary tree looks like. And again, like I said, yours might look something like this, and you've got right and left. And as people start working, for instance, Angel Murray here has a person on her right and a person on her left. So your tree starts expanding and growing. And that's what your binary tree looks like. And then that way you can go and look up different people on your tree and see group volume and what your tree looks like. This is a great thing to do as people start coming in and you start putting people underneath them because you're growing your business. You can go back to people after a while and just say, for instance, if I had to go back to Jackie and say, Jackie, you've got thousands of people on your left leg that would equate to being paid a nice salary if you built your right leg. are you interested now in doing the business? It wasn't the right time for you to begin with. So I've actually taken screenshots of this, and I pulled up their leg. You can also put, like if I put in somebody else in my organization. So say I wanted to look up Sarah Sturm. I think she's on. I can type in Sarah Sturm, and then I click on the little magnifying glass there, and it brings her up, and it puts her at the top of her organization. So now I'm looking at Sarah's legs. So she's got quite an extensive left leg, and she's got Dorothy Dabney underneath her, who has got a huge organization now also, and it keeps on going down hers. And if you come over to her right side, she's got quite an extensive organization on her right side also. So you can put other people at the top, and I could take a snapshot of this, say if she had gone inactive, and I could send that to her and say, Sarah, you've got quite a few people underneath you. You might want to consider looking at this again. So anybody in your organization, you can make them the top of their board by just doing that. You can put in their number if you have it, or you can put in their name, and it pops it up for you. So that's what your binary tree looks like. If you want to see how many people somebody has sponsored, you go to a different report, and this is their personal sponsors, but you can go down, but you go down to sponsor tree, and this will bring up my sponsor tree. So it will show you that I'm here and I have personally sponsored all of these people down below. And of course, if you sponsored more, you have to go to the right and the left to show everybody in your sponsor tree. So that's what your sponsor tree looks like. And you can see, and I can put in anybody's name there too. So if I put in, say, Ivana Yu, and she pops up. Oh. You can see how many people she's personally sponsored, which is quite a few also. So again, you can put in anybody's name there. As your organization grows, it becomes very useful to be able to put in that information. You could help somebody. Say you had somebody named Bonnie on your team, and you could say, Bonnie, how many people have you personally sponsored? Or you wanted to see how many she's sponsored, so you can help her. And you go in, and she keeps saying she's been talking to people and nothing's happening. And you go to her personal sponsor, and she's only sponsored 3 people. Well, of course, nothing too much is happening. So that's when you might want to get in and say, okay, Bonnie, why don't we sit and make some phone calls together? And you make it easier for her, and you sit and make some phone calls together. You're right there if she needs a 3-way. And it's a really fun way to get people started so that they're not so intimidated. Just the other day, I had some people over to my house, and we did 3-way phone calls with people. There were a bunch of leaders here, and we just sat and we did some 3-way phone calls, and I did one-on-ones with people to see where they were. It's fun to have a 3-way phone call party with some of your downline, because you're there, you're helping them, and you can have some snacks and you can have a good time. And you can concentrate on it for an hour, and then you could go do something fun. These are the most frequently used reports here. Auto ship, what your qualifications are, what your volume totals are. I don't want to show you too many things because I don't want you to get confused. On your resources, in here is your library, and that's where you can find some videos, your compensation, the compensation plan, the associate forms, all kinds of things that you might need for your business are in the library. Here's all the different product booklets that you can send to people via email. You don't need to order anything if you don't want. Again, I love this part of it because you don't have to order a bunch of materials and spend a lot of money where people take them and usually just throw them away in the trash as soon as you give it to them. You can send them things via email. It's all about every product in here. Here's marketing tools. There's flyers that have already been mocked up for you that you can just sit and fill in that you want to fill in. Here's your compensation. Here's your road to bronze and diamond. Here's the compensation plan, US. Here's the compensation plan summary. This is how I explain the compensation plan to people. You click on that and it shows you the compensation plan summary. Those are the 8 different ways you get paid in this company. And here's your executive momentum pool and how to earn it. I will be going into more detail on this in future trainings. Here's about all the events that are coming up. This has now got the Ascent in 2019, the Diamond Summit in 2019, the Ascent Flyer, the Diamond Summit Flyer that tells you all about how to get there, and any incentive trips. There are your videos that you can look at and or send to people. Here's your forms. Just so people know, since they're new, if you put somebody on the wrong side by accident and you wanted somebody on your left side and they went on your right, you have a 7-day binary placement change request. You fill this out, you have the sponsor fill it out, and you turn it in to compensation. I would suggest calling me and having me help you if you need it. But we can take somebody, as long as they haven't signed up somebody else underneath them, and change them and move them over. So if you do that by accident, let us know. We, of course, support the Advancing Life Foundation. This is all about that, human trafficking, and the school that we're building down in Ecuador. Here's the different sciences of ASEA. Here's recognition, Premier Club rules, lifestyle bonus guidelines, all that kind of stuff. That's as you go up in rank. Here's all your business forms. If you need graphics to put on your business card or you want to make a flyer, here's all the graphics that you can use. And here's presentations that a few people have done, and you can look at those also. Justin Wilson is our head of marketing. Head of sales, I should say. And there is one more important thing. The computer puts people on your right and left side, depending on where you are to begin with. You have a team side and you have a team side and you have a personal side. So I would like to show you that, and then I'd like to show you how you can change sides if you want to. So I'm going to go back to the binary tree. And it logged me out. Okay, so this just shows you that I've signed up Alex, Elaine Blong, and Jacqueline Wetzler so far. That's all it shows me on this detail view on my left side. So their team side is their left side. Their left side and my left side is the same. I was very busy. I signed up Alex, then I signed up Elaine, then I signed up Jackie. And then I've signed up lots of people underneath them. So they get spillover. That's what that's called. Spillover from me. Because I was on a mission to build a large business. So Alex's spillover is Elaine and Jackie. Jackie's got a lot of spillover that I put in. But their personal legs are over here. So every person on Alex's right side, he put in himself. Every person on Elaine's right side is the people that she's put in herself. Every person on Jackie's right side is signed up by her personally. So that's the difference. It depends on what side of the tree, and you can ask your upline, what side am I on? Because you can't see up above you. Like I can't go up here. I know I'm on Cindy's right side. So her right side and my right side is my team side. So that's where the computer first puts your first associate is on your team. They do that for a reason, because on average, this isn't average for ASEA, but on average in the whole network marketing industry, a person will usually sign up one person on average. If you put them on the team side, they're going to get spillover from if your upline is active. You may never ever do anything again, but at least they are on a side that's growing and moving still. So they will continue to get spillover. They're not left as an orphan. But when you start putting people on your inside leg, they are an orphan unless you continue to sponsor. So on my inside leg on my left, if I hadn't continued to sponsor, Alex would be sitting here all by himself with nobody else underneath him because I left him over there. That's what we call being an orphan in this company. So it depends on which side you're on as to where your first associate's going to go. And the computer is very knowledgeable. They've set up this whole system that way. Your first person will always go on your team side. That's where they should go. You shouldn't be messing with any of that. And then your next associate will go on your personal leg. Now, if you were signing up 3 cousins of yours and they were all going to be frontline to you, but you wanted to keep them all on the same side, you can go into menu and go to My Account. On the drop-down menu, it will say Placement Preferences. You would go to that and click on that and say you wanted them all on the left leg. You'll click the left leg, click Update, and the next 3 people, the next 3 cousins you want to sign up, will all go on your left leg. So they'll all be working together, and they'll all be on the same leg. The first one you sign up will get the benefits from all the other 2. But they'll all be on the same leg, and they can see, like the one on the top can see how many people are being brought in by the other cousins and stuff, because that's called spillover. You can put it on balance, and the computer will look to see which side you need a person on. That's what you all default to when you sign up. You're on balance right now. The computer is going to pick which side to put it on right now. But if you have some people that you want to put together, you can go in and change the legs. Don't forget to take it off of that, or every single person will go on your left leg, and you won't want to do that to start with because you'll have a lopsided tree. So once you've signed up the 3 cousins, go back in there and at least put it on balance again, or maybe put it on the right leg because you want to sign up the next 3 on your right leg then. But that's how you can change what side the people come in on. Obviously, I leave mine on my left leg because everybody I bring in, I want on my left leg right now. I'm trying to balance that. But that's how you can change that. Now, we have 1 minute left, and then you can listen to the health professional webinar if you'd like. So I'm going to stop sharing so I can see everybody and just see if there's any questions at all about anything. And to do that, you just have to go to the bottom left and unmute your microphone. Does anyone have any questions? And I will send you the documents I talked about tonight.
Hi, Debbie. It's Annie. I have a quick question about the fast forward. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So if you sign up for a fast forward, and then you find out you're cranking, can you switch it into a fast forward plus?
Yeah, I think it does that automatically for you.
Oh, okay. That's a good. Thank you. That's what I wanted.
Sure, absolutely. You just keep going. You'll at least be awarded the fast forward for that. If you get to only maybe 6 people for the fast forward plus, then you just wouldn't get the plus one, but you would get a fast forward. And you get the prizes to go with that.
Debbie?
Yes.
Is there any advantage, as an example, we both need to have two associates to start director and moving up from there. Does it make sense to have ask someone to be an associate? They may not necessarily do the business, but is it better to have them as an associate as a preferred customer?
Is it better? Well, the question I ask in order to determine that is, if what I've told you is even halfway true, would you ever tell anybody else about it? If they look at you and say, well, of course I would, then you say, well, why don't we get you signed up as an associate? That way you'll have your own website. You're able to sign people up at that point. You don't ever have to do anything. you can just sit there as an associate and always get your product at wholesale. There is no requirements for you, but you're all set to go then. You don't
Yeah.
have to switch it over. Because I can tell you sometimes to switch people over is a little bit of a hassle. You can only use one email per distributorship at this point. So if you signed up somebody as a preferred customer and they've used their email, now you have to go in and wipe out that email in order to sign them up and to have them use the same email. So it makes it a little bit of a hassle
Okay.
to then go and switch them. And then we try to make sure that their loyalty points switch over because they're supposed to do that too, but sometimes that's a hassle. So I would make sure you take a screenshot if you're switching somebody. That's why I like to sign up people as just an associate. Make them take a screenshot of their loyalty points before they switch over to an associate if they're switching. Because then if they have 150 points and they never get switched over, you can go back and say, here, ASEA, here's my screenshot. This is what I had. You didn't award those to me when I switched over. You know, so there's just things that you have to do that you have to be reminded of. So I don't have any preferred customers myself personally. I'm not saying that that's good or bad. It's probably bad. I should probably have a couple of preferred customers. But I've always just told people the benefits of being an associate. And so they all have their own websites. And a lot of people have shared this. And you know, we're very happy to have started as an associate.
It makes good sense.
But I mean, if they swear they're never going to do it, then believe them and just sign them up as a preferred customer and let them, you know, like I said, that pays you $25 a case and you still get points for it and everything else. It still counts as a fast forward. You don't get any fast start bonus for it, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Jackie.
Why was Alex first?
I missed the question for the laughter.
I wrote in the chat bar, I said, why was Alex first?
Oh, why was Alex first? Because you kept saying, I'm never going to do this. And he allowed me to.
Look at me now.
Exactly, right. So it's okay. He's not doing anything. It didn't matter who was first. Anyway, he was firstborn. How's that?
I see where your first love is too.
Yeah, right. All right, so there's your next lesson. Don't show your children your binary tree, so they'll never know which one is first and second. Any other questions besides that one? All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I will continue to do this. Please bring questions if you have them. I'm happy to answer them. There's a lot of things to learn, you know, and that's what I just wanted you to do. I want to teach you, and you can be successful with your business. So good night, everyone, and
Good night.
I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Of course.